thing I'm doing today is I have been using this little, I don't know if it's like a vanity desk or what it is. I'm guessing it's kind of one of the places you do your makeup, but that gap in between was so narrow I couldn't actually get any chair under it. So I was sat all the way back trying to lean my arm forward to use it. I mean, you can see how narrow it is there. No chair would fit under that. So I'm deciding to get rid of this. I am just going to put it on free cycle or see if a family member wants it. And there's a table downstairs in the kitchen table. We're just using it to store junk. So I'm going to swap it. It's deeper, which is what I need, because I want the screen further back, not right on my face. It's shorter and it's only about an inch in height less, so it's perfect. I'm just gonna bump it up a little bit, which means I've got more space there, but this is what is coming out. I am gonna lose 6 drawers, which I'm gonna have to find space for those. Eventually I'm gonna get a lovely big desk with lots of drawer space, and it's actually gonna be properly functional. I do have drawers, I will show you, in my spare room, my spare bedroom. I've got those, and as you can see, they're not really being used properly. They're just full of junk. So I think I'm going to put those in there. This shelf, I've got just a shelf sat there, is actually going to go here, and shoes are going to go on it. And then this one I'm just going to put on free cycle, and if no one wants it, well, hopefully someone will want it and we can get rid of it, or someone else can make use of it. So yeah, I'll let you know what it looks like when the new one's in. So this is the setup I've got now. That does have a top, it's just there. The people who had to put that furniture together hadn't bothered to drill any holes, so it's never actually been attached to that piece of furniture. So tomorrow I'm going to drill some pilot holes in and actually attach it so it stays on top, because at the minute it's just sliding around. So I've got a couple of drawers, I've got 6 drawers over there actually, to try and fit into 3. So I'm going to be getting rid of some stuff. This floor is so squeaky. And this, it may not look great, but it functions perfectly. It's deeper, which is what I want. I want more room between my screen and me. It's got loads of room so I can get under it. It's shorter, which stops me from having so much rubbish on, basically, because the bigger my desk, the more stuff I have on. And I'm very happy with it. So I've got everything attached. I'm just going to put that on tomorrow. And the piece that was here, we actually need a log store for our logs, because at the minute the logs are just thrown in the garage. So my boyfriend suggested actually turning that into a log store, so reattaching it and then just flipping it upside down and getting something to cover it. So I'm going to go and get a tarpaulin, put it outside where I think it will fit, or where I hope it will fit, and I'm just going to use it as a temporary log store until we get a proper nice one built. Good morning everyone. So I've got a few things to do in the house today, so I thought I would do a vlog video and show you what I'm doing and how things are going to turn out. So the first things first, we decided last night, me and my boyfriend, that the I don't even know what it is, maybe vanity desk that was in here is going to be a makeshift log store. So the first thing I've got to do is rebuild it upside down outside. Once it's out there, I can put the logs in, and then I'm going to put a tarpaulin over the top. Next thing is to get that drilled and put that together. Then I have to transfer what's in, say what's in these drawers, you can't even see what's in these drawers in there, and then find a space for the remainder, because you can see there's a lot of stuff on the floor over there, here. I've just got to kind of tidy this up. Then I need to transfer the logs out of the garage and then hoover the garage up because it's covered in sawdust and bits of wood. So let's stop talking and let's get doing stuff. I also have that pile of leaves and branches to dispose of. I chopped the garden down a bit last week just to try and clear some space to see what kind of shape the fences are in, and got nowhere to put it really, so I'm gonna have to chop it down, put some in my bin, maybe take some to a furnace and just get rid of it. The birds are loving it at the minute. There must be lots of things going on in the garden, so that's another thing to get rid of. I could burn it in my log burner, but I think it'll be far too wet. It's just not seasoned, and it's just too much of a hassle to try and burn little bits like that. So that's another thing. Whether I'm going to be able to tackle that today, I'm not sure. In here, obviously we're going to get rid of that by the end of the day. I have to attach that back because I unhooked it so we can move it along when the wall was getting plastered, and the top is filthy. When I open the curtains it's really difficult because the top's just covered in dust, so I'm going to have to polish that, put some WD-40 on it. And this is just generally how my front room usually looks first thing on the morning. My boyfriend likes to play Xbox and that's his setup, and it just kind of remains like that until the following day. We have a bad habit in this house, and I'm probably the worst for it, not putting things away. I don't put stuff away, and that's how my house ends up looking a mess. When it's tidy it's beautiful, but then I don't put things away properly and then it just gets messy. Over here, yeah, some orange juice that was meant to go in the garage and some broccoli. A lot of this stuff's from the table. Obviously the table has gone, so I have to find a home for this. Oh, I've got these as well. I forgot about these. So I want to hang most of the stuff in the garage. So I bought these hooks as double hooks. So I think this is the heavy stuff and like my lawnmower. And then we've got the smaller ones which can be used for spades and shovels and things. So I'm going to put them up. Oh, you know, there's a random Cheerio. No frills, people. This is, someone commented on my house tour video saying, I love how you're not living in this huge mansion and everything's perfectly tidy. Like a lot of YouTubers I watch, they all live in this beautiful house and have a gardener and a cleaner comes. That's kind of the whole reason I started this channel, because I loved watching those, but it was just so unattainable, I think is the word. My mind is blanked. Like, I don't have the money for a cleaner, and I certainly don't have the money for a gardener. I'm like scraping the money together to get that tree chopped down, that huge tree, and then this other, I think it's, oh, is it laburnum, my mum said? I can't remember what it's called, but that needs to be professionally cut down. The trunk is huge. So I don't have that type of money to live that lifestyle. I don't live in that type of house, and this was the reason I started this channel, because I wanted to put something out there that people could relate to. You know, there's people out there whose kitchens also look like this. There's clean dishes there. That's just got to go in the way of the cupboard. That's all that has to be done. I've got some water in the sink, stuff left out from breakfast, and this is like real. This is what people's houses usually look like. Yes, I would love my house to be immaculate all the time. It's not going to happen. There's clothes on the floor. They're actually due to go in my washing machine with some of the dark stuff, and they can get washed while I do some assembling. Also, while I'm on the subject of washing, someone asked me a while ago what washing powder and soft drinks I use, and I will show you. So at the minute I am using 4ml. Now this might not even be 4ml in there. I buy smaller boxes and just empty the boxes in there. So whatever I get my hands on from Lidl or Aldi, I top it up with. Obviously I bought a big box of 4ml I can't remember if that is from Lidl or Aldi, it doesn't really matter. Then I've gone to the other shop, bought a smaller box and then just topped it up. Soft drinks. I've got Alamat, which is almost empty, and yesterday I went and bought this, which is Anchor So Soft. These are actually from the same shop, they're both from Aldi. This one is super concentrated and this one isn't. The reason I am stopping buying concentrated soft drinks is because I don't measure it. Whether it's concentrated or non-concentrated, the same amount goes in, and I thought it's pointless wasting concentrated stuff when I could just buy a cheaper non-concentrated bigger bottle and use the same amount. So this one's orange blossom and peony. It smells nice. I don't need my washing to smell delicious for 3 weeks while it's in the wardrobe. I found even when you use those type of things that claim that, it doesn't really work. After a couple of days, the smell dissipates and there's just, you know, your generic smell. Everyone has their own scent. And after a couple of days, your clothes just end up kind of smelling like, you know, how you would anyway. So I've stopped wasting my money on expensive brands. If one does come out and it's like super cheap, if it's 99p in Tesco, I'll get it, but quite often I'll just use Lidl and Aldi own brand, and my clothes always come out clean, always come out smelling nice. So this is where I'll be putting it. I don't really want it anywhere in my garden, so I'm going to put it under this window, which I think will be perfect. So I'm going to obviously put it upside down, but I want to stop this getting wet. So my plan is to lay one of these on the ground, and then hopefully it'll create some air in between and keep it from getting wet. It's not going to do a great deal, but I think it'll help somewhat. And then I'm just going to lay the top of the desk on top of here and start attaching the side panels. I'm just going to pull it away from the wall just a touch, just to make sure air still gets behind the logs. Right, so now I've got the base on, I can start attaching the sides, and hopefully that little bit of air, sorry I pressed stop recording, hopefully that little bit of air under will just keep this from getting soggy and rotting. Okay, so I've built it back up. This one had snapped off, so these were actually, if you can see, they were meant to attach to the fronts. There's like a front panel that goes on, so I just twizzled it round, drilled the pilot hole in, stuck it in so it doesn't move. Now I think I'm just going to have to get something to go across the top, then put the tarpaulin over. So let's see if this works. Just need some light for now. That's not going to break the camera. And what I might do is get it so it's, you know, like almost flush. I'm going to have to pull it away from the wall so the tarpaulin can get in. Just stretch it out like so, and then chop the end off. And then that kind of makes a makeshift roof, but that also allows some air in. I just need to secure it to here. So this is what I'm left with. I'd put the trellis on, I've secured it at various points. You obviously can't see it under there, but I've secured it at various points so it wouldn't come off. However, it was flat, which was a problem because the rain wouldn't wash off. I don't have the tools to cut wood at an angle, at a perfect angle, to get like a sloped roof. I didn't want to risk cutting my fingers off, so what I've done is I had that piece of wood there that actually came from my for sale sign, and I've used it to secure, it was a floorboard. I needed a joist, so I actually used that to create a joist. So what I've done is I've just screwed that into this panel and the one next to it, and then this was actually a piece of my hearth from my old fire, which we were going to keep for firewood. However, I've just screwed that in the top, 2 screws, and it makes not a very angled one, but it's angled enough for the rain to come off, and then that should be enough either side for the tarpaulin to rest and then wash off, I'm hoping. So now it's time to put the logs in, and something is going on in my neighbour's garden. I'm not sure what it is. It's very noisy. I'm sorry if I've got a runny nose, I can feel it, but it's very noisy and I've got my washer on. So now it's time to put as many logs as my little body will carry. Now it's time for a cup of tea. Okay, so next on the list is this. I'm going to go to the shops in a little bit to get tarpaulin and a metal file. But before I go, I would like to get this on. I did make some marks last night, there and there, where to drill in. But I need some in here because there's 2 at the front as well. So I'm just going to put it on. And what did I use? I used this. So I got the pencil, dead tall, poked it through. Can I get it through? Like that, and then drew on the bottom. And that seemed to do a pretty good job. So I'm going to do that, drill some holes in, and hopefully get this in maybe 10-15 minutes. So I had to, I don't know if you can see that actually, yeah. I had to rub the pencil mark out and then redo it again because I had another 4. So obviously I couldn't see if these were lined up underneath. So I've redone them, drilled them, and now it's just time to flip it over and hopefully they'll all match up and just go in. That is my hope. Right, let's see how easy it is to get the screws in. So I've got these screws actually from the unit that I've just turned into a log store. Are they all flatheads? Yes. Right, let's see if I've done the holes right. So I thought I'd messed up massively there and got the holes wrong. However, I've had to turn the unit upside down to screw it in. I just couldn't get the screws in, and I thought it was hitting a bit of wood that wasn't drilled, but it turns out they were just spinning in these plastic units that weren't even going through. And it was really difficult to do upside down because obviously gravity was pulling them back down. So I've turned the unit upside down to see if I got the holes wrong. They're not screwed in fully. I've just pushed them all the way through the plastic parts, and now I'm starting to screw them in to the lid. But yeah, I was worried that I'd messed up on the pilot holes. However, it wasn't. It was just they weren't going in to these plastic parts. So hopefully the drawers will go back in, because I had a bit of trouble getting them out as well. So hopefully they'll just slide back in nice and easy. So we're all back in. I've never seen drawer runners like this. You just have to really pull them out. Originally we didn't want to yank them out, so we managed to wiggle them out. But putting them in, I just could not get them back in. Lined them up, and they've got these little tabs on, and you literally just have to smack them so they go in. But the top's all secured now. So this is my desk setup. The floor's just so full of rubbish. So I'm going to transfer some stuff from those drawers. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those drawers now. And then that is done. Once everything's away, that's my desk area sorted for now. I mean, this isn't how I'm going to have it all the time, but I can't really afford to spend money on this room when there's other areas of the house that need done. So that's another thing for today. Just got a few more jobs to do, and then I can chill out.